A true leader is somebody who knows exactly where he's going, what he's doing, and have the strength to pursue that. A true leader can be found even in a child, You can see when they're playing, somebody who really wanted to do something. There's nothing that can be in front of them and they wanted to accomplish and they want to get it. As a woman, as a anything, is somebody who can be ahead of the game. It may sound bad, but I would say that I'm very selfish. And I don't mean to be selfish in a bad way. I'm very selfish on my time, on taking care of myself, on doing the right things. Because as I tell, for example, my kids, that if I'm doing good, you guys will be doing great, what I was raising them. And if it's at work, if I'm doing the right thing, we're going to be all good. So I'm very selfish when it comes to the way I think. When I have an idea, I don't want anybody to interrupt my idea, so I don't tell that to anybody unless I'm already start accomplish it. So I can describe myself as being selfish in a good way. The person that I believe did a great impact on my life, it's across the street there was a lady, Miss Hart. And one of the things that she did to me, was to send me, to find out about, for me, going back to college to learn English and to study. And one of the things that she said to me that always stick with me, and I even repeat it to my kids, and I even say that to my kids, is people do to you whatever you let them do. So and then it comes to the facts, if you really protect yourself, if you don't let the person, to bother or to accept what other people are doing to you, it's all up to you, not to the person, who is doing it to you. So that phrase that she always say, people do to you whatever you let them do, was, one of the things that I always remember. And many things, many things that she participated, in my life. I came to the restaurant by no choice. My husband, at that time, he opened the restaurant, and I was in the car business. And he was diagnosed with some health issue that he had to leave the restaurant. On the restaurant, financially, we have everything of us put into that place. So I refused to let that go. So I told Armando to go home and take care of whatever he wants to be taken care of, the house, the kids, whatever, get involved, and I will take care of the restaurant. I found out about the situation like on a February, the Valentine's Day, the 14th, and I took over the restaurant the very next day. I got there like fall into the place like in a parachute because I didn't know anything about restaurant. But I thought that if I run it like I run my house, put it in a place like my house to be clean, neat, to look the best. And if I can cook and maintain the recipe that I raised my kids, feeding them, on the table at home, I can make it. So everybody thought that I was crazy because I was leaving a secure job. I was making very good. But it seems like at that time that was the right thing to do. In the restaurant, there's a lot of people, Latinos, they come. The first place actually that they come as a Latino to look for a job because they don't speak English or they need something, they come to the restaurant. And those one of the things, they have helped me to get involved to help them out. Sometimes even, with my son with the clinic next door, I don't have a job for them, but I will call my son to see if he has anything for them. Even before my kids went to medical school to Costa Rica, I went to Nicaragua, and I went to Mass. I'm a Catholic, and I went with a friend of mine, and when I got off church, I was so impressed with the priest. It was from a French priest, and I went to say hi to him, and he started telling me, the things that since he saw me that I come from the United States, he thought I may be able to help him. And he said, there are people here in need of help, and I was wondering if you can help me out to leave them in a decent way. And I said, what is it that I can do for you? So he said, come tomorrow to my residence, which is where the priests live, and I will show you. And I said, okay. So he told me to be there by 7:30 in the morning. When I got there, this is supposedly where the priests live, the little house. And there was a line, probably about 20 to 25 people with kids, real sick. And he waiting to be open, to be seen, and he created a clinic. He showed me the place. He say he pretty much is like the concept of the same thing that is in Jacksonville. I was so impressed and brought me memories to that. He create this place to people that don't have any access to doctors and medicine, so he provide that to them. He had doctors from the city to come in their free time to participate, to see them, different doctors in different hours, nurses, and the medications, whoever he can give him, for medical reps, to give him medication. And he say, I need things that you can help me on this. I came here to the United States and I thought, oh my gosh, I can call all the people that I know that are in the medical thing, and I'm going to get all the medication, because he said, even if these people come and they've been seen by the doctors, but if they don't have medication, we haven't accomplished it. So I start getting, from all the friends that I knew that they had medicine, clinic, to give me all these samples. So I got all of that in my house. And then I realized, I find out actually very soon after that I couldn't just put my hands on it and send it international. But at that time, I was already in connection with the First Lady of Nicaragua. So through her and the Consulate of Nicaragua, I was able to manage to send a lot of medication. Actually, I sent a container. I got like pallets of gloves. I have, with somebody who closed a clinic, I got medical tables so women can be seen, patients can be seen, surgical things, and one of the things that I did with the First Lady, which she helped me, was that if I will allow her whatever it gets there to, place in a different part of the country, and I agreed to that. I say, as long as you take care specifically, for this clinic and these people, this. So that was a great impact that it did to the people in Nicaragua, doing that. I was fascinated from doing that. Other than, that I did with the same priest, little houses. And it was amazing, that he can make a house for $3,000. He will buy the material, which is the cement, the piedrin, whatever they call, to create the blocks. So he will build all that with the same people they are in the need to build the houses. And then he will pick the family that he will choose where, that will deserve the house that they needed. And he will take me to those people, and I will take pictures of how they live, their family and everything. And I will come here to this country, and I will go to different people and say, would you be able to help this family to build a little house? We only need, this much money. So everybody gave me the check and the name of that priest, the same priest, the French priest. So then on my first trip, I brought to build 2 houses. And then in that trip, he will show me the other people who they were in the need. The people, they receive the house, they have to build the concrete and help to build the house for the next family. And like that, after. So doing all those things, and I remember at that time I used to travel to Costa Rica. Then the kids went to Costa Rica to medical school. And I used to travel to Costa Rica, stop in Nicaragua, do something with the priest, and then come back. And I always thought, that once my kids become physician, and I know the difficulty in this country about seeing a doctor, how hard it is, to be seen, to just something that probably in my country will be normal. And and then I always say, I will make sure that my kids participate on this, but I never actually have to tell them. If they have seen me doing all the things that I was doing, it's something that has to come natural, on them. So pretty much, I'm very proud of how they've been, continue doing that for the people, the community or whoever, the needs it. If you go to my son's clinic, in Med, and you go there and you don't feel good or whatever thing you are in desperate need and you don't have money, I can assure you they're going to see you. So if they cannot see you because they won't let you come and see me, but I will make sure that you're going to be seen. Important to give something back to somebody. Well, the number one thing is the way it makes you feel. I mean, it's a great feeling, better than receive, for sure. And then if it's back to the community, I mean, it's always come back to you. The better the other people they are with you are, the better you are. You grow up a family, you have kids, they're going to be in that environment, so the better we all participate on everybody to be great, it's going to be the best for everybody. Having good health means feeling good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, it's the best that you can do for your mind, for your body, for your soul. I mean, it's the best things that you can do for health, just feeling good. I admire the most my mother. She's an amazing woman, very strong. She's 90 years old, hard head. She's very selfish in a way, but I love to say the selfish woman should be. She's a wonderful woman. She had taught me everything that I am. She has been there all through the years to give me support for everything, for every need. Even if it's doing things in my house, doing things with my kids, raising my kids, and every step of the way. She's there. And I admire her. She's 90 years old. She lives in a little house that is half a block behind my business, and which allow me to see her all the time. And it's an amazing gratitude, because every time that I feel myself, that I feel good, and I know that she make me the way I am, the best way to respond that back is to take care of her. She's an amazing woman. When all the family get together, I have 4 children and 12 grandchildren. So every time there is a birthday or it's something that the kids say, what do I want? The first thing that I say is that everybody can be sitting on the table, all the family. Since I have kids, they live in another state. It's hard to put them together, but when we make it, it's a big event for the family.